Be me, 26 years old, working as accountant at firm downtown here. Been overweight most of my adult life, about 60 pounds over. Never really bothered me until recent health scare at doctor visit. Doctor says my blood pressure is high and I am pre-diabetic now. Doctor recommends losing weight and getting more active to improve health. Says if I do not change things now, I will have problems. Scared by this news and decide to finally take my health seriously. Tell my best friend Vanessa about the doctor visit and my plan. Vanessa and I have been best friends since college, about 5 years. She is also overweight, similar size to me, and we bonded over. We always talked about how we did not care what society thought, supported each other through diet culture messaging and fat-phobic comments from people. Tell Vanessa that doctor said I need to lose weight for health. She immediately says doctors are fat-phobic and you should get second opinion. Tell her my blood work shows I am heading toward diabetes and hypertension. She says that can happen to anyone regardless of size and weight. Explain that losing weight would help reduce my risks significantly, according to research. She says that research is biased and funded by diet industry to sell. Tell her I trust my doctor and want to try to improve my health. She says she supports me, but seems uncomfortable with the conversation clearly. Ask her what is wrong and if she is upset about something. She says she is not upset, just worried about me falling for lies. Tell her I appreciate her concern, but I am doing this for me. She says okay, but wants me to be careful not to develop eating disorder. Tell her I will be safe and healthy about it, not extreme at all. She asks what my plan is and how I'm going to lose weight. Tell her just eating less and moving more, nothing crazy or restrictive here. She says calorie counting is disordered and I should reconsider that approach. Tell her lots of people count calories successfully without problems, and it works. She says those people are all victims of diet culture and do not realize. Tell her I think she is being a bit extreme about this whole thing. She says she is just trying to protect me from making a mistake. We end the conversation and agree to disagree on the topic, for now. But I can tell she is bothered by my decision to lose weight. Start tracking my calories and going to gym a few times per week consistently. Nothing extreme, just eating less and moving more to create deficits slowly. First week I lose 2 pounds, which feels like a good start to me. Tell Vanessa about it, and she says that is just water weight, not real. Tell her I know, but it is still progress and I feel good. She says I should not celebrate weight loss because it reinforces diet culture. Ask her why I cannot celebrate my own personal achievements and progress here. She says because it sends message that losing weight is good thing always. Tell her it is a good thing for me because of my health. She says, but other people will see it and feel bad about themselves. Tell her I cannot control how other people feel about my choices honestly. She says that is privileged thinking and I need to be more aware. Tell her aware of what exactly? And she says my impact on community. Ask her what community? And she says the fat acceptance and body positive community. Tell her I am still body positive. I just also care about my health. She says you cannot be body positive and intentionally lose weight at the same time. Tell her that makes no sense at all and is very gatekeeping behavior. She says it is not gatekeeping. It is understanding what body positivity actually means. We argue back and forth for a while about this whole topic today. Finally, I tell her I am doing this regardless of what she thinks. She says fine, but do not expect her to celebrate my weight loss. Tell her I was not asking for celebration, just basic support as friend. Lose about 5 pounds in first month, which feels encouraging to me overall. Post about it on social media, celebrating my progress so far with photo. Write caption about how proud I am and how good I feel. Vanessa comments on the post, saying she is worried about me developing eating disorder. Delete her comment because it feels inappropriate and not supportive at all here. She texts me asking why I deleted her comment on the post. Tell her because it was not supportive and kind of rude, honestly. She says she was just expressing concern, not trying to be mean. Tell her it felt like she was trying to make me look bad publicly. She says that was not her intention. She was genuinely worried about me. Tell her if she is worried, she can text me privately, not comment. She says she has right to comment on public posts I make online. Tell her yes, but I also have right to delete comments I want. She gets upset and says I am censoring her and silencing her concerns. Tell her I am just managing my own social media page like anyone does. She says this is exactly what diet culture does. It silences fat voices. Tell her this has nothing to do with silencing anyone. It is my page. She says my page still exists in fat-phobic society and has impact beyond me. Ask her to please just support me, or at least not actively discourage me. She says she cannot support something she believes is harmful to me and others. A few weeks later, we meet for coffee, and she notices, ordered small, asks why I'm not getting my usual large caramel latte with whipped cream. Tell her I am trying to cut back on sugar and calories from drinks. She says depriving yourself is not healthy and will lead to binging later. Tell her I do not feel deprived. I am just making healthier choices now. She says using words like healthy implies other foods are unhealthy, which is fat-phobic. Tell her some foods are objectively healthier than others. That is just fact. She says that is diet culture talking, and I am falling into the trap. Tell her I am not falling into any trap. I am making informed decisions. She says, informed by what? By fat-phobic medical establishment and diet industry, clearly. Tell her informed by my own doctor and my own research and experience. She says your experience is being shaped by internalized fat phobia you do not see. Notice she seems bothered by my weight loss more than supportive of it. Ask her if something is wrong and if she is okay with my changes. She says she just does not want to see me get sucked into diet culture. Tell her I am doing this for my health, not to conform to beauty standards. She says weight loss is never really about health. It is about appearance, always. Says society has brainwashed me into thinking I need to be smaller to be valued. Tell her that is not true. My doctor literally told me to lose weight. She says doctors are part of the problem and perpetuate fat phobia in medical system. Ask her if she really thinks all doctors are lying about health risks. She says not lying, but they are trained in fat-phobic system that profits from. Tell her that sounds like conspiracy theory, not based in reality at all. She gets offended and says I am dismissing her legitimate concerns about bias. Tell her I am not dismissing her. I just disagree with her conclusions. She says disagreeing with fat people about fat phobia is itself fat-phobic behavior, clearly. Tell her I am also fat. So how can I be fat-phobic against myself? She says you can absolutely be fat-phobic against yourself. That is called internalized fat phobia. Tell her this conversation is going in circles and not productive at all. She agrees and says maybe we should just not talk about weight anymore. Tell her that is fine with me. I will just do my thing quietly. She says as long as I do not post about it publicly where it harms. Tell her I am going to post about my journey because it is my page. She says then she cannot follow me anymore because it is too triggering for her. Tell her that is her choice, and I understand if she needs to unfollow. She unfollows me, but we still text occasionally about other topics only. A few months go by, and I have lost about 20 pounds total now, feeling great with more energy and my clothes fitting better than before. My blood pressure has improved, and doctor is happy with my progress so far. My pre-diabetic markers are improving and heading back toward normal range finally. Want to share my progress but know Vanessa will be upset about it? Decide to post anyway because it is my life and my achievement to celebrate. Post progress photos on social media showing my weight loss journey with details. Write about how my health has improved and how proud I am. Vanessa sends me long message saying she needs to talk to me about posts. Says my weight loss content is triggering for people in larger bodies like hers. Says I am promoting diet culture and fat phobia by celebrating weight loss publicly. Tell her I am just sharing my personal journey, not telling anyone else what to do. She says my posts still perpetuate harmful messaging about bodies and worth clearly. Says seeing me lose weight makes her feel bad about herself and her body. Ask her why my personal choices make her feel bad about herself, though. She says, because we used to be body positive together, and now I am abandoning that. Tell her I still believe in body positivity, but also in taking care of health. She says body positivity means accepting all bodies at all sizes without change. Says trying to change your body means you did not really accept it in first place. Tell her accepting my body does not mean ignoring health problems that developed. She gets more upset and says I am using health as excuse for fat phobia. Says health at every size is real and weight loss is never medically necessary. Send her the research about obesity and health risks, but she dismisses it all. Says I am falling for medical establishment propaganda designed to oppress fat people. Tell her I trust my doctor more than internet activists about health topics. She says that is because I have internalized oppression and cannot see it clearly. Tell her, or maybe I just want to not have diabetes at age 26. She says diabetes can be managed with medication. You do not need to lose weight. Tell her I would rather prevent it than manage it with medication forever. She says that is fat phobic because you are saying being fat caused your diabetes. Tell her being overweight is literally a risk factor for diabetes. That is medical fact. She says correlation is not causation, and I am confusing the two things here. Ask her if she really believes weight has nothing to do with health. She says weight is not an accurate indicator of health at all. Never is. Tell her that is just not true based on all the medical evidence. She says medical evidence is biased by fat phobia. I already explained this to you. Realize we are never going to agree on this fundamental issue at all. Tell her I respect her beliefs, but I am going to keep doing what is best. She says what I think is best is actually harmful to myself and others. Tell her I guess we will have to agree to disagree on that point. We meet in person a few weeks later, and she brings it up again, forcefully. Says she needs me to stop losing weight because it is hurting our friendship. Tell her I am not going to stop because of how she feels about it. She says if I really cared about her, I would stop triggering her with weight loss. Tell her this is about my health, not about her or anyone else, honestly. She says my weight loss is a betrayal of our friendship and shared values before. Says we bonded over rejecting diet culture, and now I am participating in it. Tell her I never signed contract saying I would stay overweight forever for her. Ask her why my body and health decisions are so important to her anyway. She says because we are best friends, and what I do affects her too. Tell her my weight loss should not affect her at all. It is my body. She says it does affect her because it makes her feel judged and left behind. Tell her I am not judging her, and she can do whatever she wants. She says it does not matter what I say. My actions speak louder than words. Tell her my actions are about me, not about her or anyone else here. She says that is individualistic thinking, that ignores how we exist in society together. She starts crying and says she feels abandoned and alone in this now. Says she thought we would always be fat together and support each other against society. Tell her she can still be whatever size she wants, but I am choosing health. She says by losing weight, I am saying being fat is bad and wrong. Tell her I am not making any statement about her body, only about mine. She says it does not work that way because we exist in fat-phobic society together. Says my weight loss reinforces the idea that thin is better than fat. Tell her I cannot control how other people interpret my personal choices here. She wipes her tears and says she needs me to understand how this hurts. Tell her I do understand, but I also cannot sacrifice my health for her feelings. She says that is cold and shows I do not care about her. Tell her I do care, but I also have to care about myself first. Ask her what she wants me to do exactly, because I am confused now. She says she wants me to stop losing weight and maintain where I am. Tell her I am only halfway to my goal and still technically overweight medically. She says goal weights are arbitrary and made up by diet culture industry, clearly. Tell her my goal is based on healthy BMI range my doctor recommended. She scoffs and says BMI is racist pseudoscience, not real health measure at all. Tell her, regardless, I want to get to a healthy weight for me. She says there is no such thing as healthy weight. That is fat-phobic concept. Realize this conversation is going nowhere productive at all, like usual now. Tell her I think we need to take a break from talking about this. She agrees, but says the damage is already done to our friendship, honestly. Tell her I hope we can get past this, but I understand if not. Few weeks later, she posts on social media about fake friends who abandon you. Does not name me, but clearly about me based on the details she shares. Talks about friends who claim to be body positive, but are really fat-phobic deep down. Says she is grieving the loss of friendship with someone she thought shared values. Her followers comment, asking who she is talking about and supporting her through loss. Some of them figure out it is me based on details and context clues. Start getting messages from her followers calling me traitor and sellout to diet. Block most of them, but it is overwhelming to deal with this harassment online. I message her privately, asking if the post is about me and our situation. She says yes, and she feels like I betrayed everything we stood for together. Tell her I did not betray anything. I am just taking care of my health. She says health and weight loss are not the same thing, and I am confused. Tell her my doctor, my blood work, and my own body are telling me this is right. She says I am brainwashed and need to unlearn all the fat-phobic messaging I internalized. Send her message saying, I value our friendship, but will not stop my health journey. She responds saying, then maybe we need space from each other for a while. Tell her I think that is probably best for both of us right now. She says she hopes I realize the mistake I am making before it is too late. Tell her I am not making a mistake. I am making a choice for myself. She says those are the same thing when you choose wrong thing for wrong reasons. Few months pass and we barely talk anymore, just occasional texts here and there. I continue losing weight, and I'm now down about 40 pounds from starting weight. Feeling amazing, and my health markers are all in normal range. Finally, no more prediabetes. My blood pressure is perfect, and doctor says I am doing fantastic with progress. Post about hitting my halfway point and how proud I am of progress made. Include before and after photos showing the visible difference in my body now. Write long caption about the journey and how it has changed my life. Talk about health improvements and feeling better than I have in years, honestly. Vanessa sends me an angry message demanding I stop posting about weight loss immediately. Says my posts are harmful to fat people and I am being irresponsible with platform. Tell her I am allowed to share my own journey on my own social media. She says I am prioritizing my ego over the harm I am causing to community. Tell her what community exactly, and she says the body positive community we were part. Say I am still body positive. I just also believe in health and taking care. She says you cannot be body positive and lose weight. Those are contradictory positions. Tell her that is ridiculous and gatekeeping what body positivity means to people. She says she is not gatekeeping. She is holding me accountable for harmful behavior, clearly. Says if I continue posting weight loss content, she will have to end our friendship. Tell her that is manipulative, and I will not be controlled by her feelings about my body. She says it is not about control. It is about not causing harm to marginalized people. Tell her I am not causing harm. I am literally just existing in my body. She says my existence in smaller body is political statement in fat-phobic society, whether I like. Tell her that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard from her, honestly. She says my fat phobia is showing, and she cannot be friends with someone like this. Tell her if that be friends. She says fine and blocks me on all social media platforms immediately after. Feel hurt. That friendship ended this way, but also relieved not to deal with her constant judgment and criticism of my personal health choices anymore. My other friends reach out asking what happened between me and Vanessa, they noticed. Tell them the full story about how she wanted me to stop losing weight. They are shocked and say that is controlling and toxic behavior from her, clearly. Say she was probably jealous and projecting her own insecurity onto me the whole time. One friend says she always thought Vanessa was a bit much about body positivity. Says it seemed more like an excuse to not take care of herself, honestly. Another friend says she noticed Vanessa gaining weight while I was losing it. Says maybe Vanessa felt left behind and could not handle the comparison between us. Realize that is probably true, and Vanessa saw my success as her failure. Even though my journey had nothing to do with her at all, really. She made my weight loss about her and our friendship instead of my health. Could not separate her own feelings from my personal choices and decisions. Month later, I hit my goal weight and feel healthier than ever before in life. My doctor is thrilled with my progress, and all my health markers are perfect now. No longer pre-diabetic, and blood pressure is completely normal for my age, finally. Feel like I have added years to my life by making this change. Post final progress photos showing my full transformation over the past year journey. Write long caption about how changing my health changed my entire life for better. Talk about feeling confident and strong and proud of what I accomplished here. Thank everyone who supported me through this journey and encouraged me a long way. Vanessa comments on the post, calling me a traitor to fat people everywhere. Says I sold out to diet culture and betrayed everyone who looked up to me. Says she is ashamed she was ever friends with someone so fat-phobic and harmful. Her followers pile on in the comments, calling me all kinds of names and worse. I delete her comment and block her because I am done with her toxicity. Do not need that negativity in my life when I am celebrating achievement. She posts about me blocking her and frames it as me silencing fat voices. Says I could not handle being called out for my fat phobia and harm I caused. Her followers share the post and I start getting harassed by strangers online. People sending me messages calling me fat phobic and telling me to gain weight back. Some people threatening me and saying I deserve bad things to happen to me. Have to temporarily make my social media private because of the harassment wave. My supportive friends rally around me and report the harassment to platforms. Tell me to ignore the haters and be proud of what I accomplished for health. Remind me that Vanessa is clearly struggling with her own issues and projecting them. Say true friends support each other, not tear each other down out of jealousy. Few weeks later, mutual friend tells me Vanessa has been talking about me constantly. Says Vanessa is obsessed with my weight loss and posts about it all the time. Says she frames herself as victim whose friend abandoned her for diet culture. Mutual friend says it is really sad and uncomfortable to watch her spiral like this. Ask if Vanessa has considered losing weight herself for her own health concerns. Mutual friend says Vanessa refuses and says she is perfectly healthy at her size. Says Vanessa had health scare similar to mine, but chose to ignore doctor's advice. She doubled down on health at every size and refuses to acknowledge any problems. Realize Vanessa is probably projecting her own guilt and fear onto me through all this. She knows she should probably lose weight for health, but refuses to do it. Seeing me succeed makes her feel guilty about her own choices and inaction, clearly. Easier to attack me and make me the villain than face her own situation. Mutual friend also tells me Vanessa gained more weight since our friendship ended, says she is eating more and posting about it as an act of resistance to diet. Says she seems to be spiraling and using food to cope with her feelings. Mutual friend is worried about her, but Vanessa refuses to listen to anyone now. Feel bad for Vanessa, but also know I cannot help someone who refuses help. She has to want to change for herself, not because I or anyone else says. My weight loss journey was about me and my health, not about her at all. She chose to make it about her and destroy our friendship over it. Months go by and I maintain my weight loss. Feeling great about my health, started dating someone new who supports my healthy lifestyle and encourages me always. He is also into fitness and we work out together, which is really fun. My life has improved in so many ways since losing the weight, honestly. Never thought getting healthy would cost me my best friend, though that part hurts. But also realized Vanessa was not really being a good friend to me anyway. Good friends support each other, not try to control and manipulate their choices. She wanted me to stay unhealthy with her, and I refused to do that. See Vanessa post about gaining more weight and celebrating it as resistance to diet culture. She posts photos at even higher weight than when we were friends before. Her followers praise her for being brave and refusing to conform to beauty standards. Wonder if she is doing okay, but no, I cannot reach out after everything. Mutual friend tells me Vanessa had another health scare, and doctor warned her again. Says she refuses to lose weight because she does not want to be like me. Says she would rather have health problems than give in to fat phobia and diet culture. Feels sad that ideology has trapped her in an unhealthy situation. But it is her choice. Year after our friendship ended, I run into Vanessa at coffee shop accidentally. She looks at me and I can see the shock on her face seeing me. I smile and say hello, but she turns away and leaves the shop immediately. Hurts to see how much she hates me now for just taking care of myself. Notice she has gained even more weight and looks uncomfortable in her body. Wonder if she is happy or just pretending to be for her followers online. Want to reach out, but know she would reject me and attack me again? Have to accept that our friendship is over and there is nothing I can do. Think about how our friendship was partially built on mutual unhealthiness together. We bonded over being fat and rejecting any suggestion we should change that. When I chose health, she saw it as betrayal of our shared identity and values. She could not handle that. I chose a different path than the one we were on. Realize Vanessa did not want a friend. She wanted someone to stay unhealthy with her. My weight loss forced her to confront her own choices, and she could not handle it. Easier to make me the villain than to admit she might need to change too. So she destroyed our friendship and convinced herself I was the bad person here. Also realized that true body positivity should include supporting all bodies and choices, including the choice to lose weight for health reasons, like I did, clearly. Vanessa's version of body positivity was conditional and controlling, not accepting at all. She only accepted bodies that stayed the same size and rejected diet culture completely. Wonder if Vanessa will ever realize that she pushed away someone who cared about her, or if she will continue to blame me and diet culture for everything wrong. Hope she gets help and finds happiness, but doubt she will while trapped in ideology that tells her being unhealthy is empowering and changing is betrayal of values. 2 years later, I am still maintaining my healthy weight and feeling amazing overall. My life is so different and better than it was when I was overweight. Have energy to do things I never could before and confidence I never had. My relationship is great and career is thriving and health is perfect at last. Hear through mutual friend that Vanessa is still posting about me occasionally on social. Still frames me as the friend who abandoned her for diet culture years ago. Uses our friendship as a cautionary tale about fake allies in body-positive movement. Seems like she has built part of her identity around being victim of my betrayal. Mutual friend says Vanessa's health has declined significantly over the past 2 years. She has developed diabetes and other complications from obesity and weight gain. Still refuses to lose weight and says she is managing it with medication only. Doctors have warned her multiple times, but she will not listen to them. Feel sad hearing this, but know there is nothing I can do to help. Vanessa made her choice and has to live with consequences, just like I did. I chose health, and she chose ideology, and we both got what we chose. Sometimes friendships end because people grow in different directions, and that is okay. Sometimes demanding friends stop losing weight reveals your own insecurity and fear clearly. Sometimes using feminism and body positivity to control others backfires when they refuse to comply. Sometimes friendships built on shared struggles cannot survive when one person decides to change. And sometimes best friend who demands you stop gets collapsed when you hit your goal anyway.